Hope you're doing good. Micah back with another video. Back here to talk about the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus and the new May security patch that has just started releasing. From what I have been able to quickly research, it seems like the update has started with the T-Mobile models here in the United States. And being that I have that, I can show you guys that here real quick by accessing my gallery, accessing the photo that I screenshot earlier today. The security of your device has been improved. After updating, you will not be able to downgrade to the old software because of updates in the security policy. And as you guys can see here, 427.37 megabytes, May 1st, 2024 security patch. That is your version there. If you guys see, ending in AXD3. And being that it was about 400 megabytes in size, I don't think there was a lot that Samsung addressed this time around with the May security patch here for the Galaxy S24 series, specifically here the Plus model. By the way, if you guys haven't already, make sure to ignite the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. It's all free. That way, it's my videos. So you and I can sit back, check, see what's cracking. And down by the like button, if you scroll over towards the right, past the like, the dislike, the share, you'll see a super thanks button. That super thanks button allows you to also support the channel so that way we can continue to have products here on the channel to review, break down, so on and so forth. So I definitely appreciate you guys' support through that method as well. Now back to the video. Users were reporting last update in April about potential battery drain issues. I haven't noticed that with my Galaxy S24 Plus. I mean, I would maybe say like a smidgen of battery life was diminished after that update, but nothing that screamed problematic to me. But I know some users are saying that and was hoping that that could have been addressed in this update. Now, it's very possible that those updates were addressed this time around, and they probably typically wouldn't even tell us about that in the comment in the details portion, saying that they addressed the battery. Sometimes it's just a matter of having a new update, your phone having to restart, reboot, and maybe some of those security patches could have addressed certain problems within the software that now may tie up loose ends to then begin providing better battery life. As you guys see here, I have 2 days, 3 hours left on my battery. I have 69% left. A full charge typically lasts about 3 days, 2 hours. For my phone usage, adaptive, and as you guys can see, it has been tailoring down so far. Stopped charging about a day and 2 hours ago, and that was when I charged it 100%. So I would say just be, keep that in mind in terms of your battery life. I would also say while in battery life, take advantage of your power saving features. And here's some options you can turn on or turn off when using power saving, because that can also save you some power in terms of battery life. And of course, your battery protection. What are you doing with your charge methods that could improve your overall battery life, especially if you plan on keeping the device long term? You have those options as well. And if you have the Plus model or the Ultra model, don't forget that you can also come in here to display, and you can change your motion smoothness down from 120 hertz to 60 hertz, which looks very good on Samsung devices, I will add. Or you can also come in here and change your screen resolution from QHD down to Full HD Plus. You really won't notice a big difference. A tad bit of sharpness will decline. That's really it, because it still is a very sharp, otherwise very bright, radiant display from Samsung. So you really won't change a lot if you adjust those few settings. And then I always recommend using adaptive brightness, because it will adjust the brightness based off of your ambient lighting, and that's much better than having a stagnant brightness a little bit higher, because then it's constantly pushing out that kind of brightness, whereas it may be lower in certain settings that you're sitting in. So that way you can also save battery life that way. So that's just a quick battery reminder when it comes to your phone, the Galaxy S24 Plus, and it's in the series as a whole when it comes to battery life. Now, in terms of the security updates, we'll see if they've refreshed them, because we know sometimes Samsung takes a while to actually refresh the security page. So if we come in here and go to software information, and then we come down here to security patch, I just got to find it here. I thought that's Google Play. We're on April 1st there. Security patch. Once you click on it, it'll bring you to the security bulletin board, as you guys can see right there. And then if we scroll down, we want to hit read. And then once it opens up, you want to click on Samsung, because that's the phone we're talking about right now. And as you guys can see, it has January through April. It says it has May. So if this is May, that means they did add it this time around. Nice. So there's some of the acknowledgments there. And yes, they do have May right here. It's releasing a maintenance release for major flagship models as part of a monthly security maintenance release process. And then Google Patch is included in here as well. And here's the bulletin. We have 1, 2, 3 criticals, and then we have a ton of highs. So I would argue at least 15 high security patches. We have 1 moderate. We have 1 already included in the previous update, and they're not applicable to Samsung devices. There's 2. And then here it says, along with Google services, Samsung Mobile provides 25 Samsung vulnerabilities and exposures, items described below, in order to improve our customer confidence in or on security of Samsung mobile devices. So those are just the ones from Google. SVE stands for Samsung vulnerability exposure. And as we see, there's 1 here, authentication bypass vulnerability in the setup wizard. So that's been addressed. That was a moderate level 1. And then we have 1 here, improper access control vulnerability and multitasking framework. That has been addressed, and that was considered a moderate threat. Then you also have this one, this SVE, improper authentication vulnerability in secure folder. That was a moderate threat that was addressed. Reported back in December 2023. So it's interesting that these aren't like recent security addresses. And then you have this one, improper access control vulnerability in the cocktail bar service. That's moderate. That's more recent, January 2024. Then you have improper access control vulnerability in cocktail bar service here as well, which was a moderate. Then you have improper access vulnerability control in factory camera. That was moderate. That was January 8th, 2024. Improper export of Android application components vulnerability in telephony UI. That's moderate. That was January. Then we have use after free vulnerability in SVE service. That was moderate, January 11th. Out of bounds write in service or SVE service, moderate. Improper input validation vulnerability in Snap and HAL, January 20th. That was a moderate. Then authentication bypass and bootloader. That was a high priority for sure, January 26th. Improper access control vulnerability in the DAR manager service, moderate, February 13th. And then of these included in the Samsung Android security update cannot be disclosed at this time. These are just acknowledged. This may have been the one we saw towards the top, but as you guys can see, SVE, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. So as you guys can see, it's nice to see Samsung actually updated all the entirety of the security board the security bulletin board for May, April, March, so on and so forth. And hopefully we'll see that going in June. That June will be added no problem when the update arrives. So shout out to Samsung for actually speeding that up for us, because we definitely needed to see that. We want to be informed of how our phones are being managed, serviced, and supported. So let me know down in the comment section below if you guys have updated your Galaxy devices yet. Are you waiting? Are you hoping to address some bug or feature or battery drain that you may be experiencing? Again, the comment section is open for discussion. But again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, do notification bell. It's all free. That way it's my videos, so you and I can sit back, check, see what's cracking. And don't forget about that super thanks button. It's another way to support the channel, so that way we can continue to be of one community, being able to support each other in this fun aspect of technology. So, Micah signing out. Until the next video. Wait for